Hey guys, Bryant with CAJUN Cardboard coming at you from the great state of Louisiana with your PWCC weekly number 48 auction recap. Top 100 basketball cards sorted from lowest to highest. Stay tuned till the end. Heavy Jordan flavor. You guys will see what I'm talking about. Let's get cranking. I'm going to switch you all over to picture-in-picture, screen share, and let's actually look up the first card. So card number 96, there's 12 rows of, oh God, I should do this right. 24 rows of 4, and it gets you to 96 cards. Did I do that right? Yeah, 24 rows of 4, 96 cards. So card number 96 is actually this Kobe Electrifying PSA 10. I don't look up Kobe cards enough on this show, so we're going to look up this Electrifying. It sold last night for $15.90. And that is over the last 6 months. It's about down 18%. Nice little dip in the Kobe market for you Kobe collectors if you're interested in buying. Obviously, it was significantly higher not too long ago. We know what happened in 2021 to most cards. And somebody at one point paid $8,100 for this in a private sale for a Pop 45 Kobe Electrifying. It looks like it's sort of settling off down there, as you can see, starting to flatline. So that's card number 96. Box of Immaculate 1650 from 2019. John Zion chasing. A BVG Alcindor 1650. Cracking sub to PSA or SGC. Just my thoughts. Next to that is a Press Pass Kobe Bryant autograph. We see these time to time. This is a PSA 9 with a 10 for the autograph. You got to look hard to find the autograph, but it's there. Trust me, Kobe signing this in his Lower Merion jersey after winning a state title. Population 8. Only one PSA 10 out there. 1680 for that one. This is the based East-West. Jordan and Kobe 1710. You got to trust me on the back is Kobe Bryant. BGS 9.5. Let's look up the other Electrifying. Let's see. We saw what the Kobe Electrifying was doing. The Jordan Electrifying sold for $17.10 last night in BGS 9.5. That's a Pop 158 card. This card's not as rare as you would think. At first, when I got into the Jordan market, I thought it was a lot more rare than it was. It's not that rare. Jordan doing things similar to Kobe over the last 6 months in BGS 9.5. The last 3 are as steady gets. 1701, 1702, and 1710. So up a scintilla from the last sale, $8. Next is a Luka Doncic. I don't know what's up with this card. The Surface got a 6.5, it looks like. I'm trying to read the subgrades on my screen. This is a serial number to 199. This is the silver version. So serial number to 199. Might be worth a crack and resub. I don't know. Or maybe there's just a noticeable ding. I didn't look closely. 1770. LeBron Rookies and Stars Chrome Base 1770 and PSA 10. I've always thought this was a good looking card. And this is the Platinum Medallion version. It's a little bit rounded, die cut in the top left. It's the Lucky 13 from 2003. It is LeBron's rookie. And it is serial number to 100. It's a BGS 9 copy. 1830 for that card. It does have a 10 for centering. And an 8.5 for corners. And so it looks like that top right corner might be a little hairy. Oh my God, what is this? I have never seen this card. Let's look this card up because we have actually, ironically, I haven't looked this card up in probably 3 months on any of these shows or just generally speaking in my collecting habits. But it is interesting. I no longer own a copy of this card, but at one point I owned many copies of this card. So let's look it up for shits and giggles and nostalgia purposes. 1,860 last night. And here's what it looks like over the last 6 months. Believe it or not, are you guys going to believe this? We're seeing other cards go down. The Doncic Silver Prizm rookie card is flatlining, 0.05% down over the last 6 months. Over the last 3 months, down 7.55. Over the last 1 month, it's actually up. Again, there's data points in between, so we're just measuring beginning data point to ending data point. Over the last 2 weeks, it's pretty much flat. So what a shocker. I did not suspect that. Doncic is obviously playing great. The Mavericks supporting cast is atrocious. They are struggling to stay in the play-in, and Doncic is sitting games, which they cannot afford for him to do. We've got a Kobe Eminence Diamond, serial number to 5, just in the original encased thingy, 1,890. Zion Purple Pulsar PSA 9, 1920. Box of 2003 tops if you want to go LeBron, Melo, Wade, Bosch, and Kirk Heinrich hunting for rookie cards. A green shimmer There's actually another Jolly Rancher. I call this the Jolly Rancher Shimmer, Green Jolly Rancher Shimmer. Zion Williamson, PSA 9, sells for $19.50. Those are serial number to 25, so not a high serial number print run there. The Purple Prizm Anthony Edwards, serial number to 99. PSA 10 goes for $19.80. That's an interesting comparison right there. A PSA 10 purple or a PSA 9 green shimmer. Anthony Edwards had a monster night last night. We keep waiting for him to really click and go on one of these absolutely insane scoring binges where he scores 30 like 10 games in a row like Zion's doing. He hasn't really gotten that consistent scoring explosion for over the course of a couple weeks yet. The now world famous 1997 Stadium Club Triumvirate Luminescent Jordan BGS 9.5 mixed gem, 1,980 for that card right there. Just making sure there was no coating left on it over here. No, it's good. I thought this card was cool. I'm going to click it just to show you guys. Again, I don't collect on-card autographs like in-person autographs. I don't even really collect autograph cards, but I thought this was a really cool card. Tell me if I'm wrong, but it's the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar rookie card. It's actually in decent looking condition, and it says Abdul-Jabbar, 6 times NBA champs, 19-time All-Star, Hall of Famer. I think it says Rookie of the Year, the captain, which was his nickname, or cap, 69 first draft pick, and then 2 times NBA Finals, something like that. 2 times NBA Finals MVP. 1,980. I just think that's a unique piece. Again, I don't collect vintage, I don't collect autographs, and I don't collect Kareem, the captain. But I thought that was a cool card just to highlight. 1,980. There's some cool stuff like that can be picked up in this down market. 2012 Prizm. You guys know how much I love that. Silver, especially the Kobe 9.5 with 2 10s, but it's mixed. 2040. Another Kobe sticker. It looks like a sticker autograph. I'd have to look closer. Game jersey autograph. 2040. LeBron first edition BGS 9.5 2070. An interesting Jordan 3-color patch here. This is the Upper Deck employee game jersey, serial number to 275. I think these were given out to Upper Deck employees like at Christmas time or something like that as some type of bonus reward. If you're asking me, just give me the cash for my Christmas bonus. But again, at least that's been my experience with my employees is they would rather cash than any trinket, even a Jordan patch jersey Upper Deck employee gift card. 2070, a black Kobe Bryant PSA 10, 2100. Here's another card I really wanted to look up. It's the 84 star Charles Barkley rookie, wink wink, BGS 9. It does have a PWCC-A sticker. 30% eye appeal on this one. It is, I must admit, a really clean looking copy of this card. The up top to bottom, I'm not sure is great. The left to right for a star card is exceptional in my opinion. Just my opinion. 2100 for that Barkley XRC or rookie, whatever you want to call it. That is a little bit of an uptick over the last one at 2000. It sold for as high as 3300. That seems low. You know, considering the Jordan 9 sells for almost 100,000. So, you know, Jordan was better, but was he 50 times better than Barkley? I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. He has infinity times as many titles. I know that. But that's what the Barkley star has done. It's actually up 25% over the last 6 months. Really cool card there. Only a pop 196. I wonder if they've got, what's the 9.5 sell for? Now we're talking. Okay, so the 9.5's pop 9 sells for 27,000. Maybe somebody had visions of cracking and getting a 9.5. Good luck with that. I don't think it's going to happen. Jordan BGS 9.5, random star 2190, gold pulse. Oh, sorry, neon orange pulsar select, concourse Morant, serial number to 13. It's number 1 out of 13. Let me know if you guys give a damn about that. I don't. If it's 1 out of 13, 2 out of 13, 12 out of 13. I sort of get it. I still don't like paying the premium for that. I don't go out searching for jersey numbers, but let me know if 1 out of 13 or 13 out of 13, those bookends, let me know if that means anything to you guys or if that's just a gimmicky seller tactic to try to extract a little bit more juice from the berry. This Morant sells for $22.20. I like these cards. I saw I saw the Jordan exquisite rookie patch the other day. This is the Birdman, Larry Legend, BGS 8.5, 2,220 for that one. The Jolly Rancher Morant, as we know, serial number to 25s, BGS 9 sells for $22.50. A Kobe auto. The Jordan Power in the Key 9.5, interesting card. A lot of people seek this card in PSA holders. In a 9.5, it is a pretty rare card. Pop 8, I'd say that's rare. PSA 10 is pop 45. And by the way, I'm going to do an interesting video really soon about how some cards have an insanely low BGS gem rate and some cards have an insanely low PSA gem rate, and they don't always correlate. You would think if a card was difficult to gem for one company, it would be difficult to gem for the other company, almost in or around the same gem percentage. But there are some absolutely astonishing, wild disparities for whatever reason between the two companies when it comes to grading certain very important cards. So stay tuned. You're going to see that. That'll be on my Cajun Cardboard YouTube channel. If you're not subscribed there, go subscribe to that. But back to the talk of the day. This is the 9.5 Jordan Power in the Key. One of his earliest, most recognizable inserts that was actually something you could pull from a pack back then. Not crazy pack odds, but crazy in high condition. 2760 went down again to 2400. You can see this card once sold for 6800 during the boom year. There's only 4 sales of this card, of course, over the last 2 years. That's half the world's population. But one thing I wanted to show you about this card, that's the pop growth rate, none. And I'm hyping Jordan cards. The PSA 10 pop growth rate, none. So no new 10s or 9.5 seem to be added anytime soon, but good pickup right there, I think. I think that's a really good pickup on a really rare, meaningful Jordan insert from the early 90s. I thought this gold Nash went for too low, 2520. I love this MVP insert set. I'm personally trying to collect that set in PSA 10 for the silver insert parallels, silver MVP insert parallels. The golds are just, Sasquatch, right? Just impossible to find. If there are any great Nash collectors out there, number one, I commend you because he was freaking ridiculous and amazing and one of the greatest shooters that ever lived. That goes unnoticed because people think he's, past first point guard. And he was, and he's one of the most brilliant passers of all time. Couldn't guard anybody, but he was a brilliant passer. But he's also one of the greatest shooters that ever lived. Go check it out if you don't believe me. Always 50, 40, 90 hunting was Steve Nash. But 2520 seems cheap to me for a quad gem gold MVP insert from the great 2012 Prizm set. Olajuwon's second year PSA 10 that I have no idea how this got a PSA 10. Somebody is wants to punch through the screen right now who's tried to submit an Akeem card. This card today, and it's an old PSA label, this card today would never, ever, 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 ever get a PSA 10. And that's part of the maddening thing about grading is that their standards have changed no matter what anybody tries to say. This card would get a PSA 7 today. For whatever reason, they'd find a reason, they'd make up a reason. This is the Bill Russell, some MVP autograph. It is a one-of-one masterpiece, 2760 for that Russell. That's from Panini Eminence, a little kind of under-the-radar product. You don't see too many of those Eminence cards. When I see them, I always can't tell if it's Eminence or Noir, but that's Eminence right there. Of course, that one looks different, but a lot of the Eminence are black background with kind of the gold Sharpie. 86 Fleer Ewing sticker, PSA 10, 2760. Let's check out this Pete Maravich card here. Pete really needed to hit the weight room and the barbershop. He never did either, but this is the 1972 Maravich PSA 9. I've got him somewhere. There he is. I don't know about this. You guys tell me what you think. This looks a little bit suspicious. It wasn't a PWCC sticker or anything crazy like that. It's just your ordinary run-of-the-mill 9. It does look razor sharp. I will admit that. Not that I would ever be interested in this card, but vintage collectors might be. A few of them being added to the pop report over the last 20 months, but 2880 this one sells for. The last one sold for 900. The one before that sold for even less, 800. That seems like an inorganic anomaly jump, but I guess if you have two big Pete Maravich collectors, the issue is if you want the PSA 10, there's only 6 in the world, and those are selling for 50 grand. So I guess maybe it's possible two people just got nuts last night, drank too many Trulies, and went after it on this old label PSA Pete Maravich PSA 9. 2880 Jordan sticker, packed with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar sticker on the back. I'm sure it's a 10, right? There's 15 of them in the world. That's probably number 16. Congrats to whoever bought it. 3,120. You just made $250,000. 2017 Optic autograph Tatum 10-10. Hard to come by. Again, I don't understand autographs. It looks to me like it goes beyond the area provided for the autograph, so I would not have even asked for this autograph to be graded. But again, I think autograph grades are arbitrary and capricious. That's a legal term that I learned in law school. This is a Pop 1, 3,240 for that one. Kobe Bryant, historic rookie ticket autograph, serial number to 25, Jim, 3360, a gold Topps, not Topps Chrome, but Topps. Steph Curry PSA 8, 3360, and a Kobe patch autograph there. And I've got 2 cards pulled up in a row that are actually my listings. So these are 2 cards that I moved over into the weekly. The first one is this 1997 Ultra Star Power. I recently, well, not recently, but over the summer, I picked up the PSA 10 of the Star Power Supreme, so I could let this PSA 9 go to chase other Jordan endeavors. And so I listed this Star Power Supreme, and it sold for $33.60, better than the last one, which sold for $27.60. So I'm pleased about that. Mine was a pretty clean copy. I would have liked to have sold it back here for $6,300, which is probably what I paid for it. But I probably took a loss on this card, but better than the last sale. So that was good to see. You know, if we look at the last month, mine sold for 21% more than the last one. So I was happy about that. We got a Zion BGS 10 silver, 3480, dual patch autograph, 1 of 1. It's got John Morant on it, but unfortunately it has Rui Hachimura as well, 3480. The rainbow Doncic, pattern rainbow from the EuroLeague, 3480. The next one we'll look up is another one of my cards. This is pretty self-centered, but I'll look it up anyway. 3,480 for my Jordan Scoring Kings BGS 9.5. Again, similar story to the Star Power Supreme. I picked up a PSA 10 at a way too high of a price about 6 months ago and decided it was time to let my 9.5 go to pool some funds to chase Jordans that I don't have. I didn't want another gem copy of the same card. I'd rather the variety and grow my collection. Just my choice. So I got battered a little bit on this one. $34.80 for mine. Again, mine was a minimum gem with a 9 for corners. It was about what a 9.5 you would expect to look like, but the 1,000 that I made in the Star Power Supreme, I gave back the 1,000 in this one right here with one of the lowest sales prices over the last 6 months. So not too great there. Bummer. What about this 9.5 Min Gem light blue die cut? I love this card. I think this 2013 light blue pops. This is the great Giannis Antetokounmpo squarely in the middle of that MVP race with Embiid and Jokic and Booker and Zion and Giannis and Kevin Durant, and it used to be AD and Curry, but they got hurt. And so there's a million guys that are in this MVP race that we're watching. Serial number to 199, 3,600 for that Giannis last night. Big drop, guys. 4 consecutive sales drops from a 67.20. It's only a pop 70 here in 9.5. I wonder if the PSA 10 has followed a similar pattern. Relatively, 2 drops in a row, 6,900. PSA 10's a pop 19, so I don't know. That's suspicious. That seems like a buying window for Giannis. I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. There's not that many, and I'm chasing the rainbow for Giannis's Prizm rookie year in 2013. There's not that many parallels out there. There's more than 2012 because there was only 3 parallels. But there's not that many parallels, so the light blue does retain some meaning. It's not like 2020 or 19 where there's 75 parallels between Prizm and Choice and Fast Break. PSA 9 Jordan sticker 3,600. Contenders Cracked Ice Trae Young autograph, serial number to 25, 3720. We've got a LeBron autograph rookie 8.5, a 6 Jordan. A Bill Russell PSA 9. Let's look that up. 74 tops. Great year. That was the year that CAJUN Cardboard came into planet Earth. PSA 9 on this real old Walton label, 3840. Is pretty steady Eddie, right? So about the same, 3,700, 3,840, down a little bit from the 5,500. It's up 7% from that sale back in August. So over the last 4 or 5 months, up 7.41%. But let's check out vintage over the last 2 years. Let's go back to 2020. So again, if we could just cut out 2021, these graphs will be a lot more digestible, a lot less anxiety ridden. No, I'm not alleging that we should ignore it because it happened and it mattered, but if you just drew a point from 2370 to to 38.40, you'd be a pretty happy dude. You're up 62%. Of course, if you bought it here, right at the end of that first quarter 2021 bubble, you're probably pretty pissed off, or you're probably riding it out. But pop 102 for that Walton PSA 9. And the reason that card's very popular is the PSA 10. I guess I should have showed that. I don't know exactly, but I know it's miserable to find. The PSA 10 is pop 3. And it is a last sold for $27,000. Again, Card Ladder estimates this card would sell for $18,000 if it sold again. I'm telling you, there's no way it would. I know it wouldn't. In fact, if somebody offered me a Bill Walton PSA 10 for $18,000, I would probably go take my Scoring Kings and Star Power Supreme money and try to buy it. One of the greatest passing big men of all time, career cut short with foot injuries. We've heard that story before. A bunch of LeBron autographs here in a row. I'm not going to look up all of these. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't like LeBron. You guys know I do. But can't look them all up. This is Carmelo's True RPA from his exquisite collection, 4,440. That just seems so cheap, man. It just seems so cheap to me. 4,440. Like, I don't know. I mean, that's one of his best rookie cards in existence. Here's a cool card. So this is a De'Aaron Fox card. Nobody thought they'd find a De'Aaron Fox in the top 25 cards in last night's PWCC weekly auction. But really cool parallel. This is the Emerald parallel, so that means it's serial numbered to 5. It's got a green border around that patch window. Not sure if you guys can tell. It is a pop 1, none graded higher, and it's got that almond stamp, right? So now the NBA teams have those logos on their left shoulder, and they were, I can't remember, it's like diamond almonds or something almonds, I don't know. But pretty cool looking patch, if you ask me. 4,560 for that De'Aaron Fox. Having a really good season. Authentic Auto, Platinum 1 of 1, 4,800 Kobe. Chrome, LeBron, numbered to 500, PSA 10, 4,800. Let's look up the 2003 Fleer EX. Everybody hates Chrome. Everybody doesn't want Chrome. They don't want the Chrome rookie. They don't want the Bowman rookies and stars. We see it too often. Here is a less populated alternative. The 2003 Fleer EX, which is a translucent card. You can see through it. 4,920. Let's pull it up. That is actually up from the last one of 4,800. And this one's, I don't want to say held steady because it's down 29% from 6,900 over the last 6 months. But what you don't see is a million data points because it's a pop 31 in PSA 10. That is a really rare card. 31 in a PSA 10. Even the PSA 9's 106th. There's just not that many of them out there. I recently sold my BGS 9. If I'd have known this was out there, I probably might have made a run at this for less than $5,000 last night. That's a pretty good discount right there. Again, there's a nice up close version of that card. That's a really good looking card. Again, I don't own one. I wish I did. Autofocus LeBron, we see those a lot. 5160 in a BGS 9.5. A LeBron Kaboom BGS 10 inexplicably sells for 5,400. The Refractor LeBron 8.5, 5520, and the Topps Chrome Base LeBron 5520. Have we looked that card up recently? I don't think we have. Where is it? Here, believe it or not, I think we might have hit the floor. I've said this a couple times though, so keep that in mind. Over the last 1 month, the LeBron Topps Chrome has sold 25 times for an average of $57.96, and this one sold last night for $58.40. Sorry, that's going to be an average of a few sales. $55.20, so one of them sold for $6,000 somewhere else. Here, I'll just go ahead and show you. So that's one thing about Card Ladder is when more than one card sells, they just add them up and divide. So yeah, one sold for $6,300, one sold for $5,700, and one sold for $55.20. You add them up, divide by 3 because there's 3, parts, and that's what you get. An average of $58.40. So that card's been pretty steady. Again, it can swing 1,000 up or 1,000 down, apparently, as we saw last night. Topps Gold, not Topps Chrome, but Topps Gold. The paper LeBron, serial number 99. That's only a pop 3 card. Sells for $56.40. What about the Durant Refractor? Haven't looked that up in a really long time. Let's look this up. It's the 2007 Chrome Refractor. Remember, this year they were numbered to $14.99. There he is right there, right on the numbers. So 64, 63, down 16% over the last 3 months. Only a pop 193. PSA 10 Durant 6,300. He is very quietly, and the Nets are sneaking into the picture in the East. He is sneaking his way very quietly into the MVP race. And we got a Bill Russell PSA 4 right next to him, 6,300. Refractor with coating, Kobe Bryant, finest 96. That's a very popular Kobe Bryant rookie card. One would have to wonder if there's a way to sneak a 10 on this. If you took the coating off, it looks off center left to right, so probably not. Also, PSA probably would just tell you to get lost. 6,600 on that PSA 9 with the coating. Hard to grade with the coating for sure. Steph Curry, Topps base PSA 10, 7,200. That's crazy to imagine. That's crazy to me to imagine that would. I don't know. It doesn't seem like that should sell for more than a LeBron James Topps Chrome PSA 10. I don't know. Let me know what you think. A slightly yellowed and obviously yellowed Dunkin' Go Nuts. It does have a PSA 10 label, but man, look, not all 10s are the same. Not all 9s are the same. And I know because I have some 10s that I don't think deserve 10s, so I'm not just singling out this particular card. But that looks like it's got yellowing to me, and that's always the primary concern on these 98 Dunkin' Go Nuts. 7,200 for that one. Refractor 9 LeBron, 7,500. A Jambalaya 2003 Jambalaya BGS 9 sells for 7,500. StarQuest Gold, this is a big, super rare card. I know from living in the Jordan world for the past couple years. 7,500 for that Kobe. Sort of a logo, man, I guess. Just a logo patch. I don't know what you would call that. I guess you can't really call it a logo, man. Or can you? I don't know. PWCC calls it 2010 National Treasures NBA logo. Steph Curry. It's serial number to 10, 9.5, 8,100. Durant Exquisite RPA, 8,100. Spencer Haywood's rookie card. Shame on Card Ladder. They don't have this in the Card Ladder database. Shame on you, Card Ladder. This has got to change free agency forever. And he was like the LeBron of his age, where he was just a freak of nature. And I think he turned pro when he was like 9 years old because he was like 6'8". Spencer Haywood was an absolute damn man-child, right? 1971 Topps. Haywood rookie PSA 9 sells for 8,400. That's a pop 13 in PSA 9. I wonder how many 10s there are. Maybe none. I don't know. Somebody educate me below. This is the Blue Ice Color Match Zion. PSA 10 sells for 8,700. I've got it pulled up. It's down. So Zion's doing his thing, but look at this. Down, 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 down. Wow, that's interesting. Down 33% over the last 6 months. Well, here's the deal. It's a pop 11, and half of the population has sold in the last 6 months. So hot potato games continue. Guys, pay attention to that. If you see a card sell 25 times and it's like pop 57, and it's sold 25 times in the last year, that's absurd. That is inorganic. That is not going to continue forever. And that's what's driving these prices down, is so many of the same card are just pouring into the market that bidders don't have to fight each other for the cards because there's so many options. And there's no sense of urgency because they know they can just wait because another one's coming right behind it. When that availability goes away and true scarcity takes over, we'll see prices stabilize and we'll see them start to run again. I don't know if it's in 2023. Maybe it's in 2029. Shit, I don't know. You guys let me know. Are we going to get prices back below 2017, 2018? I personally don't think we are, because I do think that the hobby population, in basketball at least, is greater than it ever was in 2017 or 18, even though we've had massive attrition from the flippers and the sneakerheads and the art people and the NFT people and whoever the hell else came in that just wanted to make money. I think more people have stuck around, and I think the hobby population is much higher than it was 3, 4, 5 years ago. That's just my opinion. It's not higher than it was a year ago, though, I can tell you that. Topps Chrome Refractor, LeBron, PSA 9, 8,700. I've seen this card literally in every single auction. It's serial number to 750, but I feel like I've seen it 750 times in gem mint condition. I don't know what the deal is. 9,000 for this LeBron patch autograph rookie mixed gem. 9,000 for that one. Steph Curry, 2003 flawless, serial number to 25, 9,300. Another LeBron rookie auto, PSA 10. That's a pop 9 card there, 9,300. How about this Kareem? Watch this. 1986 Fleer. We know the PSA 10 Kareem. Teardrop emoji every time I talk about that card because I had it. But this is the PWCC 5% eye appeal. I'm sure someone had visions of grandeur and has an idea that they're going to crack this and submit it to PSA, or try to submit it and cross it to PSA and get a 10, which would make them about $240,000 profit. Well, you got to take out the PSA grading fee of $100 or whatever they would upcharge you for a $250,000 card. I don't know from experience, but here's what the card sold for last night. Check it out, $10,000. The last one sold for $5,040. The one before that sold for $3,986. So clearly somebody either wanted to get the greatest PSA 9 copy in existence, or they really are considering cracking that card and submitting it to PSA. It's an interesting dilemma. Here's something I've never thought about looking at. Okay, interesting. I always wondered if there was a BGS 9.5 Kareem sticker, and there is. I don't wonder if has it ever sold. There you go. It's sold twice. The last time it sold was 2017. Interesting. Card Ladder thinks it would be worth about 18 grand today. I can't disagree with them. And by the way, that's a really banging looking copy right there. I'm getting off topic. Sorry. So Kareem doubles last night. So a huge uptick right there on that Kareem. The Panini 1-in-1 Timeless Moments, Steph 10,500. Those are so popular, guys, and the price is indicative of that. What about the Doncic Blue Prizm? This is the color match, $199, BGS 9.5, minimum gem, $10,500. Let's look up the Nike Promo Jordan, right? That's the giant poster card, Nike Promo Jordan in PSA 10 condition. This card was on a filthy, ridiculous, insane ride at one point. It's pop 171. So a little bit more than half of the 86 Fleer population and about 1/3 of the BGS 9.5 86 Fleer population. Let's look at it over the last 2 years, though. Whoa, sorry, I've got bad news. Somebody once bought this for $66,000, and now it's worth 10. So not good news there. I have a feeling that can't possibly be real, but what do I know? If you took that out, it would be a graph that looks sort of like every other card. But over the last 3 months, this card has sold 5 times for an average of 11. This one's 10.8, so not that far off the mark. It's actually an uptick from the last sale. A mic in 5.5. Damn, that's a good looking 5.5 right there. A little staining, I guess, but the centering looks good. The eye appeal looks awesome, which is why PWCC gave it an A sticker, top 30%. Another Steph Patch Auto 11. A Jordan PSA 9 goes for 14 here. Jordan PSA 9 goes for 15 here. And this is Rushmore, guys. Nothing huge, right? We got 2 cards in the mid to high 20s when we got 2 other cards that didn't even eclipse 15,000. So prices are down. Interest seems to be stable. Cards are selling. Sales volume seems stable, but let's look some of these up. This is the BGS 7.5 Star 101 XRC, 14,400. There we go. So down a little bit from the last one, down 22% over the last 6 months, but pretty steady. Actually, probably up over the last, 2 months, something like that. So about probably what was expected on that BGS 7.5. Again, not all 7.5s are the same. Some percent much better than the others. Speaking of, here's one of the most off-center Jordan PSA 9s I've ever seen, and that sold for $15,000. And am I nuts? This one looks way better. Like, that Jordan just looks way better than the other one. I mean, that's not perfect, but that's a pretty damn good-looking 9. And I think this one's a pretty noticeably off-center, left to right 9. I don't know what the deal is with that, but whatever. Somebody chased the wrong one, if you ask me. And then the 9.5. Let's look up the 9.5. This is a minimum gem. It's got a 9 for centering and then 3 9.5s. It sold for $25,200, which is... well, let's take this off because I want to show you guys something here. This is why you got to look closely. So Card Ladder shows 34,200, and you're like, well, that doesn't make sense. It sold for 25,000. We just saw it. But if you click, first of all, that's significantly up. But if you click View All Sales, it actually, believe it or not, 2 of them sold last night, and 1 of them sold a few nights ago, and then 1 of them sold on December 15th, and then 1 of them sold on December 13th. So a lot of sales of this card. So follow me on these sales. 25, 5, 29, 30, 32, 43. Somebody's getting carried away. Again, it's a Gem Plus that sold on Golden on December 18th. And then last night, 25-2 for a minimum gem here. So interesting stuff going on with the BGS 9.5. Over the last month, it's 14%. But again, you're including a 43,000 in there. Over the last 6 months, it's down 14. So come in with an education foundation and understand that subgrades matter. And sometimes subgrades aren't accurate, but they still matter. Like, you may not even agree with the subgrades, but it's what other people think of the subgrades that matter. And maybe some people are not as astute as you. But BGS 9.5 Jordans are a wild ride right now. Good luck figuring that out. The card sold twice in one day, one for $18,000 more than the other one. That's nuts. And then the big winner is the 2003. We saw a really bad, well, in my opinion, a really bad sale for a LeBron Exquisite RPA, the vertical, in the most recent PWCC Premier that ended this week. Huge drop on that card. And then this 2003 Exquisite serial number to 100 horizontal BGS 8 sells for $28,200. I didn't look this up, and I'm not really sure why. Let's see if it's even in here. Well, let me just go here. 2003 Exquisite LeBron 100 BGS. What was it? 8? Was that right? I got an 8.5 here. What was this? This is a BGS 8, but I've got an 8.5 pulled up. The last 8.5 sold for $82,000. That seems like the 8 sold for way less than one would have expected. I don't have anything better. The last raw sold, well, that's not going to help us at all. So the last thing we have to work with is a BGS 8.5, which sold about 6 months ago, 8 months ago, 7 months ago, something like that, for $82,000. And this BGS 8 sells for $28,200. So, man, look, in my book, that's a win for the buyer. Who knows? Maybe it'll go lower, but that seems like a really big drop for a 0.5 subgrade. I'm sorry, a 0.5 overall grade. I don't know. You guys let me know what you think in the comments. Guys, what stood out, guys and gals? What stood out to you in this auction? What's your general impression of what's going on in the hobby? Are we getting near the bottom? Are we going to hit the bottom in 2023? Is it going to decline all through 2023? We saw a couple cards buck the trend, like the Kareem sticker, and a couple of others. I'm sure the Spencer Haywood card was probably an uptick. Some of the weird, more niche type cards probably reflected an uptick. But let me know what you guys think about last night's PWCC auction number 48. And if you have any comments on how I can make this better, maybe I need to talk less and show more and make these videos shorter. Maybe some of you guys like me talking about the cards. Again, a lot of these are just my personal opinion. And if I was disparaging to anybody's cards that they won and or sold, I apologize. But I try to call it like I see it and be a little bit transparent, since that's so rare nowadays in the hobby. Anyway, as always, I appreciate you guys watching this on the Luka Nation Network. You'll get this recap video every single Monday. We get it up as soon as we can. Usually it's Monday mid to late morning, but we try our best so you guys have the freshest data points and comps, and we can do some of these comparisons on Card Ladder and see what the PWCC weekly auctions are doing, at least as it pertains to basketball cards. So hit the subscribe button on the Luka Nation Network. Hit the subscribe button on the CAJUN Cardboard YouTube channel as well. Keep collecting, stay positive in the hobby, and peace.